to GOlive TV, the future in your hands. The only multicultural IPTV station that brings communities together. Over 2.7 million people have already watched. GOlive TV, anytime, anywhere.
Welcome to Make It Count, Episode 2. You know what we do? We bring you the life, the vibe, the inspiration, the message of hope and empowerment wherever you are in the world. All these we do to make your life count all day and every day. In today's Power Talk, my message is about the journey. A journey can be defined as traveling from one place to another. But in the case of life, it's much more different. In life, you have to be able to understand your purpose and your calling. Because when you go through your purpose and your calling, you're actually going through a journey. We all know all journeys are bumpy. There are a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles. But the brave are the ones that can dig down within them and find the strength that they need to overcome life's challenges. There is no successful person in life that never went through challenges. That is why when you face the journey, you embrace the journey. You embrace everything that comes with the journey. Because sometimes we just want to enjoy life. We just want to live life in a way that we don't want to go through anything, any challenge. We just want to start a business today and boom, tomorrow successful. But life is not that way. Life is a process. What is the process? It's a process that takes you from one place to another. How many people are willing to endure? How many people are willing to persevere, to stay true to their calling, and to fight for what they believe in? Life is not a bed of roses. You have to be mentally strong to challenge yourself, to go above your limits. There is always a limit. There is always somewhere that you can dig deep within you to find the strength that you need to overcome life's challenges. The beautiful thing about life is that it's a learning process. You learn all the time. I say there is nothing like failure. A lot of people say you failed. No, you learn. You never learn from success. You learn from failures. The more you learn in life, and the more you grow in life, the more you become a better person. The more you can learn things and put it into practice. The more you can pursue those dreams and vision that is burning deep within your soul. I'm here today as your host to inspire you and to empower you, to make you understand that your life is unique. If your life is unique, then your calling is unique. Whatever you're pursuing, whatever dreams you have, whatever goals you have, make it count. Stay true to it. Never give up in the face of adversity. Let that adrenaline rush through your body when you face challenges. Because sometimes you need the adrenaline to go to the highest level. And do not allow people to talk you down, because not everybody's journey is the same. And do not compare yourself with other people, because not everybody has the same mission on earth. My challenge to you today, in today's episode, is discover your purpose. Discover your mission. Why am I here on earth? That is the biggest discovery you can ever do in your lifetime. Because once you discover the reason for the season, the reason for existence, why you are living, I can tell you this, you'll be willing to endure anything and everything because you know you're living for something greater than yourself. In today's episode of Make It Count, I'm here to inspire you and to challenge you. Embrace the journey of life. Smile through adversity. Smile through pain. Accept it and use it to build more strength because you need it. Thank you. For this was my power talk of today. And thank you. And today, I'm going to make the show a little bit spicy. All right? Who wants me to make it spicy? Who's ready? All right. So, in today's episode, I'll be introducing a special lady, Esther Mijares. She is a Canadian Venezuelan model and a radio host. She lived a large part of her childhood in Venezuela since her parents are from there. At 16 years old, Esther decided to return to Canada and make her dream come true in the entertainment industry. Esther has interviewed famous Latin artists like Bad Bunny, Jesse Uribe, Oscar de Leon, Jean Carlos Canela, and much more. Esther has also participated in music videos of well-known local artists right here in the GTA, like MC Sulek, Brian Bravo, El Dollar, and much more. So please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Esther Mijares to Make It Count. Hola, yes, yes, yes. Hola.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, and welcome to Make It Count show. What an amazing day today. What an amazing vibe. What an amazing energy as well.
Thank you for coming, Esther. How are you today?
I am perfectly fine.
So are you ready for the show?
I am so ready for the show.
Okay, so when we come back from the break, we're going to start the guest interviews we have for today. And please stay tuned because we have some amazing guests today. And I believe that you'll be inspired by their message of hope and encouragement. So we'll be back after the break. Thank you.
agency, as well as Ice Lemons.
It's limos. So please welcome.
Well, let's welcome him.
Big Joshi to the stage.
Hello, how are you today? Welcome to Make It Count.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here, and I'm excited to, talk about business and whatever else is on the menu.
Yeah, that's right. We all want to hear that. We all want to be inspired about amazing person like him.
Exactly. Thank you for coming to Make It Count.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. So what do you have for him?
Well, I was reading a lot about you, and I found that you started a business off in college. And tell me a little bit about how you started. How was your experience? How was the challenge?
Oh, absolutely. So when I was in college, it was, we had our internship process, and I will be honest, it was quite difficult to secure an internship during those times, especially in digital marketing, a field where, it's very underdeveloped at that time. No one, Facebook, Instagram had just started, things were just picking up. And I said, you know what, I want to give this a shot. I want to try this on my own, and maybe I can put my own, as you said, spice into it, or secret sauce.
Yes.
And you know what, when I started it, I really enjoyed developing these connections with other businesses. And really, I did not look back once it started. So no regrets.
How did you accomplish that?
First thing I did was I took a look at what's on the market, right? And I talked to a lot of people who are already in business, who are already successful. And I said something very simple: can I just buy you a coffee and ask how you started your business? And it was very inspiring to hear how they started, what they did, the struggles they went through, and what they did to overcome that. So I said, you know what, if they could do that, especially during a time when there was no internet, there was no social media, I said, you know what, I can do it too.
Yeah. Exactly.
You
can do it, we can do it.
We can do it. And I'm fascinated because, I've known you for a while, but there are a lot of things you could do out there, like a lot of business ventures you could pursue. Why Ace Limos?
So as I mentioned, I have a marketing background originally, right? And I thought, let's, in this whole field, and actually in this whole world, you have the ability to create. It's not limited to anything. You can create whatever you want. That's the beautiful part of all of this. And it's relatively easy to do these days because you have social media to help accomplish.
Okay.
So I thought, what is a very exciting industry? There's always something going on. It's a fresh industry, and I thought, what? I think the limo industry would be that, right? You're participating in weddings. You're literally making people's dreams come true. You're making it, your transportation, making it happen, weddings, parties, events, and you get to be a part of that to see that, I actually was a piece in the puzzle, right? So I really appreciate that, and I enjoy the industry. It's a lot of fun.
And also, it's a very good experience too for, especially on weddings, something important to their lives, and you are be part of that as well.
You're at the start of a new journey.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. I want him. I want to
I'm there.
I get you.
I like that.
I get you. So, can you just tell us like one of the challenges you faced when you were developing this business?
Absolutely. Just like any business, you don't know where things are going to go. And you hear from other people that business is cyclical. It goes up, it goes down. You don't know what's going to happen. And there's a lot of big players out there, right? So I put my ear and I said, you know what, let me hear what's going on in the industry. And I found that service quality was an issue. And I thought, what if I work with that sincerity and integrity and kind of fill that gap? And so that's a very big thing. Managing expectations and competing in the industry is a big thing. But as I mentioned before, if you have social media on your side, it really levels the playing field, right? It's really grateful for social media these days.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
a very great platform in these days to, spice it up.
That's right.
What inspired you to start your own business?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. So, everyone always says, I don't want to work 9 to 5, 9 to 5. And, the thing about the whole 9 to 5, yeah, I know. You say you don't want to work 9 to 5, you want your own schedule. You know what ends up happening? You end up working 24/7.
I heard that a lot.
Right?
I heard that a lot.
Yeah. You end up working the entire day. But you know, the thing is, nobody complains about that. You ever think about why? It's because it's what they want. They're creating their own vision. And they will do myself, yourself, anybody here, they will do whatever it takes to create their own vision, right? So that's what really inspired me to say, you know what, let's do this. Let me create as well, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
That is something interesting that you said, that, working 9 to 5 and having your own schedule. And having your own schedule, you're there 24/7, but you're enjoying what you're doing. Right. You're having your moment there 24/7. You're tired, but at the same time, you are enjoying it.
Coffee is your best friend.
You're passionate about it. And I think that is something very important to have.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we got the last question for you.
As a college instructor, what are some of the life lessons you give to your students to make their life count?
You know, one thing I always say is that you have to try. You have to put yourself out there, and you have to work with integrity and sincerity, because you put positive energy out there, you will attract that as well. You attract what you put out there. Put some positivity out there and try. You never know what's going to happen. If you don't try, how are you going to know what's going to happen?
Sure.
Right? So put your mind to it, put some positivity to it, and create.
You get that, guys? Put your mind into it, put some positivity into it, and just create. So, Vic Joshi, where can our audience find you?
I'm a digital marketing guy. I'm online. You'll find me online.
Okay, so that's good. So, well, thank you so much for coming to Make It Count today. It was a pleasure having you here, and we can't wait to continue working with you. And thank you, by the way, for sponsoring the show.
Oh, absolutely. Pleasure is mine, and I really appreciate the opportunity, and looking forward to the next episode as well.
Well, get that right in that limo.
That's it. I'm ready.
Don't forget that.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Round of applause, guys, for Vic Joshi.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Vic Joshi, and we'll be back after the break for our next guest. Thank you. Episode 2, the ultimate platform to help your life count all day and every day. Right now, we're in a series of interviews, and we have our second guest with us. So, Esther, can you take over?
That is right. We have our second guest in here at Make It Count. And this is very special because, I know him. He's a very hard worker man, and his name is Atta. He is a publisher, creative director, and lead photographer as well. He has been leading teams, and he has his corporate magazine, which is called Charms Magazine. And it is also, as myself, to be part of the magazine as well. I've been working with him in the past few events in the summer, in the fall, and he is an amazing vibe. So let's welcome him, Atta.
Yes.
Thank you, Esther.
Welcome. What
so
a
much.
pleasure to
What
have
a pleasure
you
to be
here.
here. Thank you so much.
Welcome,
Terrence.
Carl. It's so nice to see you finally.
Nice to see you.
We have here 3 covers of Charm Magazine.
Wow.
Charm Magazine in the house.
Charm Magazine is in the house, and we're gonna dissect each and every piece of this magazine.
Sure.
And we want to know more. You guys want to know more?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I can hear you. You want to know more? Yes. Okay, so.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, Carl has been involved in advertising and marketing for many brands. And Carl, how did you start this
Right.
wonderful name magazine here?
Right. So we, thank you, Esther. Thank you so much. Well, it's a creative process, and we were trying to create something for the audience which was in the luxury market, and also we were focusing on the others. Like, I was trying to think of a concept where we could feature other people and focus other people. I've been in media for many years. I've been in advertising, so this came to our mind. We talked to a few people, and most importantly, we had some editorial contributors who were willing to do this with me. So they basically pushed the initiative, and we started it a couple of years ago. And it's just been
For how
flying
long
fast.
has it been now?
Yeah, so we started the first issue right before COVID, so it's a COVID baby.
That's
Oh
cool.
my
So
gosh.
Once we got all the content together for the magazine, the first issue, the day I sent it to print, the next day was the first lockdown.
Ooh.
So we had to, like you talked about challenges, and we had to go through a very rough first few month period because everybody had done the work, and then we could not print, and then eventually we got to it, but we were delayed a couple of months, but did not stop us. Like, we just kept going,
And you've been growing a lot as well. Like you've been also collaborating with important, let's say, celebrity in the GTA. They're representing their community. How is the experience working with all of these? Like Hall Wolf, Mia Martina.
Right.
You know, they are very powerful in our community, especially here in
Yes.
Canada. Tell us a little bit of that experience. We also Miss Universe Canada as well. Like, he's all over.
All over the place.
Yeah, so again, passion was to talk about other people. And once the word got out, we got a couple of covers out, and then the word got out in Toronto, like that, they're doing some creative stuff. We want to be part of it. So I think the third issue that we had with Joan Kelly Walker, she's a big brand. She's an international brand. And that kind of just pushed the narrative. Everybody in this luxury market started to know us. And because we are also distributed in the bridle path, we're distributed in the Forest Hill area, like very prominent areas in Toronto. A couple of celebrities approached us. They actually called me and said, we love this magazine, and how can we be part of it? So it was actually the other way around. We didn't have to run for them. They actually approached us. So which started to build the brand very solidly in terms of what we wanted to do. And then one day, I got a very nice email from Los Angeles, and one of those top models ever in history, she's the most accomplished models, she is going to be on our next cover. So I went to LA, did the photo shoot, and that is going to take us to the next level. So we are just so honored and so proud, and it's been a very difficult journey, but it has at the same time very, I'm very proud of it, right? It's very, we've accomplished a lot in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I'm
So-
a little bit intrigued because I know in the magazine business, it's very challenging.
Yes.
And there's so many editorials out there, so
Yes.
many magazines out there.
Yes.
So what was your strategy when you started this magazine? Obviously, you knew that it's going to be a challenging industry.
Yes.
But what was your strategy to differentiate yourself from other magazines?
Well, first of all, we wanted to produce a quality product. So your product has to be of quality. So we chose the best printing services, we chose the best paper, we chose the best whatever we can deliver.
It shows.
And we
can
just
see.
we just don't compromise on the best. Like we produce. So once you have the product in your hand, which is a quality product, everybody wants to be part. And Esther has been part of our magazine for a while. She's been a social media coordinator, and she's seen it happen. Like we present it to people, and then everybody wants to be part of it.
Yes.
Wow.
So that was our focus. Our focus was not to make money, not to do this. My focus for the first 2 years was to produce on a regular basis a good product.
Yeah, I think there's a lesson right there in what he said. When your focus is about passion, it's about what you love to do, everything is going to fall in place. Money, opportunities, the connections, everything is going to fall into place. But if your primary focus in life is just to make money, you easily give up when the money don't come in because you don't have passion. You just want to make money. And that's the problem that we're having with our generation. It's all about they just want to make money, but they don't want to understand, why am I doing this, right? So it's very important to have people like you to teach about that passion.
Yeah.
Right?
So all we did was, and she knows it, Esther knows it, that all we did was connect with people, and then it was so like it's so impressive just to know that people in this world care for you when you
Yes,
care for them.
Exactly.
And we found that a couple of our sponsors approached us. They wanted to sponsor us. We never had a sales team. We
Yeah.
tried a few people on sales and stuff, and never worked.
Yeah.
But people started approaching us to sponsor the mag. Like, it was such a overwhelming experience. Like, people talk about money and how sales and all
Exactly.
that. And especially COVID taught us a lot of lessons also, because all these corporate sales and targets and achieving this and that, and you should have a goal in life. Like, it all completely was shut down. It was like, so what do you rely on now? You don't have goals. What do you rely on?
True. It's like
So-
COVID changed the whole business.
Right. So
environment.
we learned from it. We said, this the idea is not to have goals that are materialistic. The idea is
Exactly.
to have a goal where you can empower people, just like yourself.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So our goal is to reach to people and the audience and talk about them,
Yeah,
Yes.
and say something about them. Do social media content. Like I'm here, we're going to do tons of
Yeah,
social media
of
content
course.
with you.
Perfect. Perfect.
So that is, it's not highlighting me, it's highlighting you, basically, right?
Exactly.
I have a unique question, guys.
Yeah.
If you look at the name of the magazine, it's unique,
It's unique.
right? Charms with the
Charms.
double A. So I want to know,
Yes.
what was the inspiration behind
So
that specific
The
name?
401 highway was the inspiration.
Really?
I was on it, and I thought of the name. I just got off the highway. I looked at GoDaddy, checked the
Okay.
domain, and I booked the domain, and that's it. I don't know what it was. I just got the signal. I went off the highway,
And it
I
worked
just
out.
did it. I did not want to wait and search and this.
Look how
that was it.
we can see there.
Right.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
So we've in the past 2 years we've done this coming fall will be our 15 covers. In 2 years we've done 15 covers, and we are now in LA as well as in Miami. So we have like celebrities from Miami reaching us, and LA celebrities are now, the PR companies in LA actually know our name as a brand, and they are starting to approach us now, right? So the next couple of years are going to be very interesting and exciting.
Yeah, I have another amazing question, because I
Yes.
want the audience to know a lot about what he's doing and find some inspiration. So I want to just find out from you, what kind of stories do you highlight on Charms magazine, and how does those stories impact the lives of your readers?
So our most popular stories, we started with fashion. We do a lot of fashion stuff. We do fashion, we are a lifestyle magazine, so we do tons of, I am a fashion photographer for 15 years. I've worked with brands like Forever 21, Gucci, I've worked with Revlon, I've worked with all these brands. But our goal was to get, like you are doing, like an inspiration from people and their inspiring stories. So we started putting content together with people who we know, like Esther could write an article, you can write an article. So I approached everybody that I know. I encouraged them to write something. And it became a really interesting fact that wellness, self-help was our most popular subjects. So we hired the top editors in the city to write about wellness, to write about self-help. Right? We do tons of fashion stuff, she knows. We do tons of photo shoots. We do tons. That's part of the magazine too. But wellness and self-help, are online especially, are the most popular ones. And now that we got some really prominent writers involved with the magazine, like it's just everybody wants to be part of it, So
Amazing.
again, it's the same. It's
Amazing.
about inspiration. Like it's
It's
about
about-
talking
yes.
about you rather than just branding ourselves or trying to sell something to you.
Amazing.
You know what I like about that? He has the opportunity to also represent the Six in Los Angeles, in Miami, and that is something very big
That's
to
true.
do.
That's true.
Yes, and I was just telling Terrence that we got an invite from Swimsuit USA, which is a brand out of Texas, and they invited us over to Mexico in October to be the judge for the contest.
That's good.
That's good.
And what we're doing with the swimsuit contestants is we're going to pick our own 12 models, and we're going to publish a calendar for 2023. So swimsuit calendar. So that's what we're also like. So the brands are approaching us.
Exactly.
And, so it's pretty exciting, the whole journey.
So I know you have an event coming up
Yeah.
in September.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the event in September?
Yeah. So we do our cover launches. Everybody that is involved with you is invited to our launch. So this year I didn't know when we started. We didn't know how the events will go. So we started with a small venue of 100 people. So our first event had 177 booked. Our second event had almost 300 people booked. So our events are successful. So the next event coming up is part of TIFF. So Toronto International Film Festival, we are part of that for the first time. And we are really honored to have that label attached to us. And it's a TIFF party, and any celebrity who's walking into the TIFF will get a brochure with our event there, and they can just pop by. Like, so George Clooney could be there. Like, you never know.
You never know.
So
We're gonna go.
so our TIFF party is at Bisha Hotel, Toronto. It's on King Street, and it's on September 9th. And it's a full evening affair. It's dressed to impress. So all these girls with
So guys,
gowns,
save that
wearing
date,
gowns.
okay?
Save the date.
September 9 at Bisha
September
Hotel.
9th at Bisha
Save the
Hotel
date.
Is
Charms Magazine is going
it's
hard.
a Charms magazine cover launch, and we're lucky that the cover that we are revealing on the day is Nicole Cervantes, who is also a TV host, and she has interviewed tons of celebrities on TIFF. So she is a TIFF brand itself. So
Wow.
so we are very honored and very, it's a great opportunity for us, and great collaboration with some really good brands.
Wow. So finally, where can
And
people...
I also want to mention a brand called Dermaniche. You guys should check it out. It is at the back of the
yes,
magazine.
right
They
here.
have been the biggest supporter of the magazine, and they are like a skincare brand. But they have been. I just wanted to mention.
I've been there.
She has
amazing service. Amazing service.
Yeah, so they have products as well as they have a spa, a high-end luxury spa, like medical spa.
Yeah.
So they have been on our support like for the longest time, and we are really grateful for everything that they do with us.
It's amazing to have
Yes,
sponsors
exactly,
and partners.
exactly,
It's amazing.
Exactly.
So where can people find Charm
So
Magazine?
charmsmagazine.com, charms spelled CHAARMZ, magazine.com/store is where you can order your magazine. As well as we do tons of event distribution, magazine distribution to those certain areas in Toronto. You can receive them there, or we can come to one of our events and grab a copy.
Thank you very much, Carl.
Thank you so much.
It was an honor to have you.
It was amazing to be
on
here.
Make It
And
Count today.
Esther.
And your story, I hope your story inspires a lot of our audience to, pursue, keep going, don't
Yes.
give up on your dreams,
exactly.
and know that there's always a breakthrough at some point in life.
Yeah,
So
and I just wanted to talk a couple of personal things. Firstly, in business, there's always going to be people who will hate you. So there will be.
I've seen a lot of
there
those.
will be haters.
Tell me about it.
Whatever you do, no matter what you do in
Yes.
business, especially when you start to get traction and people start to follow you and stuff like that, you will start to get these haters. So I had a situation with certain people. So one of the writers, wellness writers, Teresa Greco, I booked a time with her, and I said, I'm going through this business hate process that's going on. I want to deal with it, and I want to learn from it. So the lesson I got from the coach was forgiveness. So we have to forgive everybody who's saying bad about us for our sake. Not just because we can't change anybody who's saying anything negative, but for people who are saying and putting stones at us or destroying our name or whatever they're trying to do, the one message that I got is always work with people. So one of the possible brands that we were working with, they were just very tough on us. So the turnaround was after that meeting, I reached out to them and I said, you know what, this is what I offer you. I forgive you, basically. This is what we offer for you. And in addition to that, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this for you. And they turned around, and they are like our best friends now. They are part of our events, they're part of our show, they're part of everything that we do. So this is a big lesson in terms of business, that we have to align ourselves with a lot of people. We have to connect with a lot of people. Networking is important. But then again, there's some negative energies that we have to resolve by forgiving them.
Exactly.
And by even be nicer to them.
Exactly.
Rather than being
Yep.
resilient,
Wow.
Yep.
be even more nicer to them.
guys, that deserves an applause. That deserves an applause. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that story. I think a lot of people can learn from that. I always say, you don't have to work with people, but there's one thing you can do: hate people.
Exactly.
Even if people hate you, you can hate back. Respond with love.
Exactly.
But you don't have to work with them anymore, but just respond with love. It's never carry hate in your heart, because as he said, hatred is something that prohibits you from moving forward. You can't think straight because all you're thinking about is just negative thoughts running through your mind about somebody else, right? So try as much as possible to avoid hate of any kind. Even if you know that somebody hates you, don't hate back. Just try as much as possible to love, because I believe in the power of God, and I believe that God is love and love is God. Just love as much as possible as you can. Nobody's perfect, but we can all aspire to share that love, because the more you do that, the more you succeed, and the more the haters will be like, I'm trying to bring this person down, but the person keeps succeeding. What's happening? It's because your heart is free. It's full of love. There is no hate in there. So I encourage each and every one of you tonight, go home, continue, pursue your dreams, pursue your goals. Don't give up, no matter how hard it is. We're all here to make it count all day and every day. We come to the end of episode 2 of Make It Count. Thank you so much.